One of them will finish it off quickly. Which one, we'll see.
Oh, Grunk. What does Grunk have to say? Grunk's saying something, but I'm loading into the game, so I can't see what it is.
Is it in English?
Have Codex take on Hammer as a warm-up to the finals. No, everyone's shouting suggestions at me.
Actually makes me wonder, why didn't Codex enter?
He was on the waiting list as well. He also entered late, so another person would have had to have dropped for him to play. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Referee. Oh, Grunk won the toss. Grunk versus Hammer. Oh.
He won the toss, as in he actually
They actually did the coin toss because
Oh, I was actually wondering if you meant the coin toss, or if you just meant the split of the score.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what they should have gone with, is who won with more VPs. Like, did they already do the coin toss?
I have no idea.
Adding support structure.
But in the game at hand, we have Toilailee playing as the Farseer. Codex, on the other hand, playing that Chaos Lord, has double Heretics, going to be able to do some, can be very aggressive with that. Can even kind of cascade the worships, where one will be worshipping, the other one can move forward and get into a better position to worship, and the other one can move forward very quickly. Also allows those Chaos Space Marines to close in for force melee against the Dire Avengers. Do have to watch out for those Heretics, though. Or the... rather.
Alright, well, they're still working out. They're not quite sure what they're doing. Toilailee going straight for that Guardian Weapons team pretty quickly here. Which, even with the Chaos Lord not being suppressible, like, I always like having a Devastator or Suppression team to just kind of control him and say, you can go here, but you don't want to, because you're going to take tons of damage. You may not be getting suppressed, but it's going to hurt.
Yeah, well, I think it just limits where the Chaos Lord can go, because he can't afford to go too close. So it's basically like kind of cutting off that area, or at the very least just making it very risky. He can sort of get around that a bit if he decides to buy the Dark Halo. But it still just limits where the Chaos Lord can go, and that can be very helpful. Already seeing the aspect of strength on the Banshees. Don't want to go right into that Chaos Lord, I think.
They're trying to fake out the kill the weak.
Right. Trying to bait that out.
But the Chaos Lord isn't missing any health, so he has no reason to use that. Codex kind of,
right.
I feel like, probably sees that that's the attempt that's going on right there. Banshee's going to try to fleet a foot out of there.
Codex doing pretty well here in this early engagement. He did force off the Banshees and the Dire Avengers.
Fortunate those Banshees got pretty low without losing any models.
Toilailee does have the map control, but I think once the Guardian Weapon team is gone, Codex should be able to get it back. Might actually, that Farseer, oh, I thought the Chaos Lord was going to go for the Farseer for a second, possibly even kill her.
Yeah, let's see, how much HP does she have left? She still had over 100 HP, so that would have been tricky, even with a kill the weak and getting a melee swing off.
I guess for that engagement, tying up the Guardian Weapon team was more important. Although it looked like he was about to run past the Guardian Weapon team, but it was just because that, like, one of the models was up a little too much up front for some reason.
So we've got Rangers on one side, we've got Noise Marines coming in from the other. Codex going to be playing the song of his people over at the Gen Farm of Toilailee.
The song, I don't even get that. What is that about it? I thought I saw someone say that in the chat.
It's the song of your people.
Okay. That makes enough sense.
Alright.
So Toilailee with
nice shot there, and you know what, Riku? I don't care.
one build.
I'm not gonna say his name anymore for the rest of the cast.
Oh, is he bothering you about Toilailee's name?
Yes. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna say the blue team, the blue side, the Farseer. You jerks.
Interplay. Double ranger play. I'm guessing. I mean, two ranger shots should one-shot the CSM models, or technically 2 shots, since there will be 2 shots. This Chaos Lord probably gonna have to go soon.
Ooh, look! Oh man, he's gonna trap the Chaos Lord there. Nice play, but the Banshees are gonna be in a little trouble. They did just take a Doom Blast, so they're not gonna get it on retreat. There is a second squad of Heretics in retreat. The Heretics mercilessly chasing them down, but they're running right into a second squad. If they get the right swings on these models, these Banshees could go down. It looks like, however, he's just stressing keeping that Guardian Weapons team. He just lets them walk right by. That's kind of surprising. I'm not sure if that was a little bit of a handout there, or whether he just really needed to make sure that setup team didn't get set back up.
On the other hand, now he forces the Guardian Weapon team off the field, and the only thing Toilailee has on the field on the point is this Farseer, which is probably going to have to go soon.
And again,
probably force this
Dire Avengers. Oh, there goes down one. The second one, oh, turns around and lets it finish it off.
Terrible.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
what was that?
I've seen a lot of times where it seems like the unit just stops walking, but I mean that time it walked back.
In return, Toilailee gets the Noise Marines, but then loses his Farseer. Oh man.
I don't know how serious of a game this is.
I don't even know what's happening. This is wacky.
As it was fated.
So Farseer has up the gen farm, 1 full gen farm and another generator up, so probably going for some fast tier 2 tech. Although he could, oh there goes, hits the button now. And Codex getting the second squad of Noise Marines, bringing them right back out. Figuring, I guess, that he did enough damage. Figures he wants to keep that pressure on, keep that gen farm, you know, worried that it might be going down here shortly.
Toilailee already going to tier 2. Now, I mean, the Noise Marines, it's a little hard to, especially on this map, it's a little hard to just run them over. You really need to actually make a concerted push, I think, with most of your units, unless your opponent actually has their army somewhere else. Will be very good for bashing the side generator farm that Toilailee has put up, though. Shouldn't have too much trouble getting there.
Little worship there, getting the Chaos Lord in quicker.
Webway Gate, right next to
Very
Codex.
nice. That must have been used with Farsight.
Yeah, it's definitely a distinct possibility. Often forget about that global.
And there goes the cacophony, knocking those Banshees all over the place, allowing some time for those Heretics to get back here and hopefully prevent that Gen Bash from going any further. Looks like the Banshees are just going to run back to that warp gate and head on out of there. It's the only way they're going to escape without losing any models, but it will reveal the location of that warp gate.
And I think he's actually going to use the second warp gate he put up to actually put the Banshees maybe back out. Banshees, yeah, they're still inside the warp gates, and yeah, they just reappear in the middle.
Oh, what he's going to do is use them to finish off those Chaos Space Marines if he can get another Ranger shot or two on them.
Ooh, yeah, that would be some very good positioning. If you can do that. Where's the Rangers?
Rangers are the ones over there plinking away at those Chaos Space Marines.
Alright, actually the retreat path is going to be perfect for the Banshees. Maybe
But it doesn't look like they're moving to intercept. They're just falling back. They're too intimidated by that incoming squad of Heretics with the Khorne worship.
Right. The enemy has destroyed one of our structures.
And it looks like he's about ready to bring out a Wraith Guard, or Wraith Lord rather, if he so chooses, pretty quickly here.
He's chasing down this one Howling Banshee.
Oh, and an XR comes in. He abandons the chase, but the Farseer's coming in for the kill.
It's Heretic.
Oh no, sniped right in the face.
Shot right there.
Oh man, this is a good game. It may be a bit silly, but it's a good game. Ward Spider's coming out, and Codex about to hit tier 2. We'll have to see what his purchase is.
So I really think War Spiders are a very safe choice for Eldar. Good in just pretty much any matchup, even against power armor units. Just gives you a lot of range firepower. The teleporting is very helpful, and it gives you that haywire, which is very useful whenever you have to deal with a vehicle.
And the Noise Marines set up pretty awkwardly. The one forward Noise Marine went way up and around the cover, so now the squad's all oddly split up.
I think it's like, I'll go up here, you guys go down there. Cover me from the bottom, even though I think it works the other way around.
Well, we got a Blood Crusher hitting the field here shortly. Warp Spiders will be able to help deal with that along with those Banshees.
We do have another webway gate right by the generator farm to bash some generators. Gonna take out the power node. Now a generator, definitely gonna at least one more generator. I mean, Codex's units are nowhere near here. And instead of trying to stop it, he's going for a counter gen bash.
Yeah, I think he feels like the Blood Crusher on its own is going to be enough to deal with that. He will have to be careful. The Warp Spiders don't have their aspect upgrade, so that's really in his favor right now. Warp Spider's going to try to finish off that gen, they get it, and then hop back in to the relative safety of their Warp Gate.
But we will see Codex return that favor as long as he has these Noise Marines. Decides to activate Bloodlust. Ooh, and I like the play from Toilailee to teleport his Banshees and his Warp Spiders back, and they're already in this fight just after bashing that generator farm. And now it actually looks like Codex won't get this full gen bash off. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, looks like he will at least scare the Warp Spiders off a little bit. But they teleport to a place where they can still keep fighting instead of teleporting back into base.
Chaos Space Marines go down, turned into bits. Warp Spiders then warp right out from under the Chaos Lord who is trying to finish them off. Ranger's down to one model, but he doesn't care. He's going to leave him up there. And the real only threat on the field right now is that Blood Crusher. I mean, he's been pretty much dealing with all the threats quite well. Blood Crusher might be able to finish off that Farseer.
Yes!
Gets the final swing. And now these Banshees looking pretty rough too, and he's focusing on the Exarch. If that thing goes down, they're not going to be able to do anything.
Exarch goes down, but the Haywire goes down, and the Blood Crusher is still taking not a... Oh, wow.
Ooh, a Bright Lance.
From base, shooting through rocks. Takes it out.
Just bore a hole straight through that rock outcrop and then started cutting through that Blood Crusher.
This has actually been a very good game.
I mean, Codex at this point has lost a huge number of things in comparison, though. Like, Toilailee only lost that one initial squad. He lost his hero, but he only lost that initial squad of Dire Avengers, whereas Codex has lost Noise Marines, he's lost Heretics, he's lost the Blood Crusher, he's lost Chaos Space Marines, and his entire gen farm.
In particular, there's not a whole lot that Codex is going to be able to do at this point about the Warp Spiders. Doesn't have enough range firepower to deal with him. The melee units will have a lot of trouble getting in range with them.
I can't believe these gates down here by Codex's natural farm.
This node is vulnerable and new. Weapons team at your command.
So another Blood Crusher coming down. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be at this point, though. Toilailee bringing probably something else onto the field shortly, or just heading into tier 3. He's got tons of power. Has the Spirit Stones on the Farseer too. That's going to give her Banshees a lot more staying power.
The enemy has targeted our structure.
Still the Lone Ranger on the far side capping that requisition point by himself. I'm always way too nervous to just leave Rangers at one model. I mean, 2 I'll go for, I won't reinforce the 3rd, but man, just leaving it with 1 model, that's dangerous.
Yeah, this is Company of Heroes style. Company of Heroes style play. You're just one sniper.
Yep, that's it. Just a lone sniper.
Cloaking out in the open, unless you're playing Company of Heroes 2.
In which case you'll need a little cover. Oh no, and down he goes! Oh! Oh, it's,
and
yeah, hate to see that.
Absolutely mauled, gets cleaved in half by that sword.
And that's why we never have just one Ranger.
Yeah, this isn't Company of Heroes.
Oof, Banshees finding themselves in a bad spot. Well, it's the Russians, you know. They had Vasily Zaitsev teaching them to work with scouts. Their new sniper strategies.
Saw that movie with Jude Law.
Yeah, that's a cool movie. And that guy with the giant head, I forget what his name is.
Yeah, I know we were talking about the other sniper.
Yeah.
What is it do?
More warp gates going up. Warp spiders teleporting all over the place.
Our webway gate is under enemy attack.
Blood Crusher doing pretty well for Codex. His second one, that is.
Ron Perlman, that's it. Thank you, Loki.
Wait a minute. From enemy at the gates or whatever?
Yeah, that's the big other sniper guy.
I don't think it's Ron Perlman.
Are you sure?
Ed Harris, that's it.
Ed Harris. I don't know. I'll have to. I feel like Ron Perlman was correct, but maybe not.
No, I did the IMDb. Ron Perlman is pretty cool too, though. He's Hellboy.
Wish a more personal acquaintance with us.
Gotcha. Both with abnormally large heads.
Not in a good position. Probably gonna get. Oh man, they're either gonna get
what
wiped
was the
or.
plan there?
I think he was hoping that the heretics would maybe keep going into the grenades. Autark now in a little bit of trouble. Needs to jump out of there. Certainly in her vanilla form, I don't think she'll be doing that well when she's swarmed by melee. Maybe with the.
Toilailee just putting up gates in the middle of fights.
Existence bound by flesh. Even among humans, they are considered deranged.
Ooh, a blood sacrifice going off in that melee.
Don't see a lot of those these days.
I think with Bloodletters not having their heavy melee, that blood sacrifice just doesn't have the same impact. It would perhaps be interesting to see maybe if you could make a separate squad of specific Bloodletters that would work with Summoning Circle or Blood Ritual that did still have the heavy melee. That would be curious.
And there goes a Saiyan kill by the Banshee Exarch on the aspiring champion. Pretty brutal.
And Codex down to a single heretic squad.
And he's getting another one. And he actually has enough resources that he could get like 2 more units out on the field.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Trying to get the final decision on what's going on with Grunk and Steve Bud. See if Steve Bud's going to be joining us for the finals or joining Hammer for the finals.
So wait, what's going on with that?
Still not sure. He's dealing, Jawan's dealing with it. I think they are going to go for whoever won with the most VPs.
Oh, so many delays. I need to do my late taxes.
Oh, you terrible slacker.
Oh, there's actually some confusion since someone took my W2s because they happen to have the same name as me. And just happened to be my father.
Jawan says it was Grunk, so Grunk will in fact be moving on. So we'll give Steve Bud a call here shortly.
Alright. Codex going to tier 3. Just gonna go tier 3 and get
Something.
get a havoc out in tier 3 by looking at his resources.
Oh man.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Where's the Banshee? Node deactivated. Shall we secure it?
Oh, that's a good point. Someone calls out, Grunk primarily plays IG, so Hammer's not going to enjoy that. More noise marines coming out.
I mean, I think Hammer can beat him anyway, but...
Yeah, this is just getting silly. Levitation field in the base.
Yes. Certainly a cool looking war gear. And Noise Marines just having a little dance party.
Having the Chaos Abyss Rave there.